Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1822, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Which composer is the favorite of Schroeder in the Peanuts comic strip? Beethoven. On September 22nd, 1692, the last person to be hanged in the American colonies was convicted of what crime? Witchcraft. Who originally recorded the song that Los Lobos covered with their 1987 hit La Bamba? Richie Valens. What is the cardinal number of a set containing 10 elephants? 10. Which electronic device is found in the bedrooms of 64% of American teenagers? Television. Who released the 1976 album Silk Degrees, which included the hit Lido Shuffle? Boz Scaggs. On the TV show I Love Lucy, what was Lucy's maiden name? McGillicuddy. In which modern-day country did the ancient Sabine tribe live? Italy. What is the term for the fear of words? Logophobia. What is a common collective noun for a group of goats? Herd. In which ancient city were the Hanging Gardens located? Babylon. In chemistry, what term describes a structure formed when up to 5 water molecules bond together in a ring? Water cluster, specifically a cyclic water cluster. Who was with Patricia Hearst in her Berkeley apartment when the Symbionese Liberation Army kidnapped her in 1974? Stephen Weed. In Greek mythology, which hunter was transformed into a stag and torn apart by Artemis's hounds? What is the name of New Brunswick's highest peak, standing at 820 meters? Mount Carlton. Which legendary rock and roll artist gained attention in 1954 with the recording That's All Right Mama? Elvis Presley. Which Canadian territory has the largest land area? Nunavut. Who founded Sun Records? Sam Phillips. Which weapon, not introduced until the 13th century, could not have been used by the legendary William Tell to shoot an apple? Crossbow. Who was the Republican candidate defeated in the 1964 U.S. presidential election? Barry Goldwater. In which country is the city Montevideo located? Uruguay. Which cocktail is traditionally made with tequila, triple sec, and lime juice? Margarita. What was the first word spoken from the moon's surface after the Apollo 11 landing? Houston. What is the term for the fear of sexual love? Erotophobia. At ancient Roman feasts, the tongues of which birds were considered a delicacy. Flamingos. In which country were the first Winter Olympics held? France. Which American author and humorist famously said, "When in doubt, tell the truth"? Mark Twain. In the musical Oklahoma, the song "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning" says the corn is how high? As high as an elephant's eye. Which name has been chosen most often by Roman Catholic popes? John. Which color paired with black produces the most visible, high-contrast combination? Yellow. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word is used for the letter H? Hotel. In classical mythology, which sculptor created the statue Galatea and later married her after she was brought to life? Pygmalion. Which French writer is often said to have sent the shortest recorded letter, a single question mark? Victor Hugo. What is the term for an adult female horse? Mare. In the 1990 film Home Alone, which European city did Kevin's family travel to, accidentally leaving him behind? Paris. What was Nancy Reagan's birth name? Anne Frances Robbins. In cooking, 6 drops are commonly considered equal to which unit of measurement? Dash. What is the largest gland in the human body? Liver. Which monarch was crowned King of England on Christmas Day, 1066? William the Conqueror. What famous novel by Grace Metalius was later adapted into a popular TV series? Peyton Place. On what date did Alexander Graham Bell make the first successful telephone call? March 10th, 1876. Into which ocean does the Zambezi River empty? Indian. Which country's official name is Bharat? India. What creature symbolizes the zodiac sign Scorpio? Scorpion. Jonquil is a shade of which color? Yellow. Off which South American port was the German pocket battleship Admiral Graf Spee scuttled in 1939? Montevideo. Which Italian Renaissance city suffered a catastrophic flood in November 1966? Florence. In Arthurian legend, who is Sir Lancelot's son? Galahad. Which cereal grain is commonly used both as a food ingredient and in the production of distilled spirits? Barley. Which Polish sprinter was the first athlete disqualified for failing a sex verification test in Kiev in 1967? Eva Klobukowska. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.